Hi, and welcome to the third video of 9 in the Writing Your Document series. Previous videos covered different features that you can use when writing your Mello document. But remember, you don't have to watch this series in sequence. And in this video, you will learn all about using images in your documents. This includes how to insert images, how to edit them, how to style them, and how to configure them as targets for references. You can insert different types of graphic files into your Mello documents. These include pictures, graphs, or equations, which are all referred to as images in Mello. You can use various tools to insert, move, and edit these images. Images in Mello can be placed into a document as either an inline or a floating object, which determines how they are laid out in relation to other document elements. An inline image is tied to a certain position in the text, while a floating image is positioned relative to the page. For example, this image is now inline. You can see that it has a fixed location in the text. And this image, on the other hand, is floating. It is fixed to a certain position in the page itself, regardless of any text. Both inline and floating images can be set so that surrounding text is wrapped around them, as you can see for this third image. Alright, so let's start putting some images into your document. To insert an image, place your cursor where you want to insert it and choose Insert Image from the menu bar. Locate the specific file you wish to insert and then click Open. You can also copy and paste images or drag them from any other application. To move an image, click and drag it to its new location. Remember that the dragging behavior is different for inline and floating images. Inline images are dragged relative to the text, while floating images are dragged relative to the page. When moving a floating image, snapping lines are displayed when you reach the edge of the document area, the edges of the page, or when aligned with other objects. These are helpful to align your images properly. To replace an existing image, select the image you wish to replace and insert a new image as you just learned. To resize an image, select it and then click and drag any of the 8 squares surrounding it. You can also double-click it and use the resize buttons to resize it to a specific or relative size. Click the lock icon to maintain the image proportions while resizing so that changing the height or width automatically adjusts the other value to maintain the same ratio. When manually resizing an image, snapping lines appear, just like when you move an image. And to delete an image, select it and click the Delete button or press the Delete key. Once your image is inserted, double-click it to open the Edit Image popover and style any of the following attributes. To change the image fill, use the Type pop-up menu to choose Solid and then click the Color Well to choose a filling color. Want to change the transparency level? Use the Alpha text box to enter a value or drag the slider to get to the transparency you'd like. To add a frame to the image, use the tools under the frame area to choose its type, weight, and color. You can get a little creative and apply a rounded edges effect to the image and use the radio text box to set the desired corner radius. Next, you can use the replacement radio to select whether the image is positioned inline or floating. When images are in line with the text, you can set their vertical position by entering a value in the vertical position text box. Positive values will position the image above the text baseline level, while negative values will position it below the baseline. Another option for images that are in line is fixed line spacing. When it's enabled, Mello automatically adjusts spacing around the image so that it doesn't change spacing of existing text in your document. Finally, control how to text is wrapped around the image by checking the Image Causes Wrap checkbox and choose your desired wrapping layout. Use the Extra Space text box to set the desired space between the image and the wrapping text. Images can be used as targets for cross-references in your document, and you can learn more about doing that in our cross-references series. To make it easier to use them for this purpose, you can set their title and cross-reference target ID. To do that, double-click the image to edit it. Now enter the desired title in the Image Title text box, and this title will make it easier to locate the image when trying to select it as a target for a cross-reference. Next, enter an ID in the cross-reference target ID text box, and this ID uniquely identifies this image so that references can point to it when creating a new reference. You can also assign a virtual target to this image using this pop-up menu. Again, check out our cross-references series to learn more about target IDs and virtual targets. So this concludes this video. You should now be able to insert, edit, and style images and use them as targets for cross-references. We definitely recommend that you view and try the corresponding tutorial to practice what you've just learned, so go ahead, click the link below, and give it a try. In the next video, you will learn all about using text boxes in your documents. We hope you've enjoyed this video and appreciate any feedback you may provide, so go ahead and comment. Bye!